audition, I wore a dance skin.
Paul
Remember
Bartels?
those dance skin outfits that were like the wrap skirt and
Oh, like you would wear to dance class.
yeah, and then so I went
What
to
a
Paul Bartel's
feeling.
apartment, which was, I lived on Poinsettia Place,
Right.
just right around the corner from here, and right by that Ralph's, Rock and Roll Ralph's,
Right.
and anyway, I show up at his apartment and I had this, black thing on and fishnets and 6-inch green glitter heels, and when he opened the door, I undid the skirt and went, Susan Saiger, like that. And he went, fuck, he just started laughing. He just started laughing, and then, we had the best time. He just was throwing pages of script at me, and we were laughing, and, it was just, I never thought it would be something. It took a year to shoot, and we couldn't change, like, don't get a haircut, don't gain weight, don't lose weight,
Right.
because they kept running out of money, and that's why it's such a cult classic. It was one of the first indies that was successful.
That sounds amazing. I gotta watch it now.
And like I was telling Mark, there's a comic book of it, and I'm a comic book character. I look like Veronica from the Archie comics with a gap in the teeth.
Now, of the 30 years or so since the film's been, what's the weirdest interaction you've had with a fan?
Well, the one I talk about it on stage. He was a good friend of mine, Jim Choquette, who was a stand-up comic. I just started doing stand-up. I was pretty new, and he ran a skate park in Tampa. And I walked in. He goes, "Oh my God, he knows who you are. Will you come say hello?" And I said, "Yeah." And he looked at me and he goes, "Oh my God, it really is you." When I was 14, I used to jack off to you all the time, and then nice to meet you. And
I knew exactly that was what was going to happen.
Yeah,
it's weird for people to say that to people.
But I've had it happen.
It's a compliment. From a man's
I'm like, well, what about now?
Well, you look virtually the same. Both of you.
Oh yeah, I look the same.
Stop it.
I do that. That's another thing I say. Oh, you look the same. I say, yeah, I've looked 60 my whole fucking
hair's
life. That is
the
not a
only-
compliment.
That is not
Both of
Not
you-
a compliment.
No, well, here's what I want to get into. Both of you have retained your beautiful bodies. What's the secret?
This shit, I don't wake up like this, okay? And neither does she.
Well, I exercise
Yeah.
constantly. So,
We both, you've got to watch what you eat and make sure you drink water.
Yeah.
And,
If you don't move it, you lose it. It's basically
yeah.
it,
And,
I never had it, but yeah.
He's like, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
No, like she schleps me around places that I
Oh, really?
never thought. Yeah, I mean, I never thought I'd go hiking. And like the first time, I thought I was gonna die. I thought I was. I go, you're killing me, and I'm never doing this again. And then I went the next weekend.
When did you guys start maintaining? Because I'm older than I look. Like, I started maintaining probably about 3 years ago.
Yeah, just keep going. That's
Yeah.
all.
That's
It's
it.
never too late to start
No.
ever.
Yeah.
And you watch, but you gotta.
Vitamins. I take a ton of vitamins.
I just take a couple, but I really don't.
I eat, I don't eat that many processed foods
No.
anymore. All that, just all that California stuff. And when I lived away from California, I was always that whack job from California.
Of course.
I recently made a meal plan for a friend, and I told her to limit their soda intake. They don't drink. I drink after a certain period of time. Like, I will only start drinking, like, this is the first thing I've drank today. And it's just a matter of self-discipline.
Well, I mean, we smoke weed, and that's
Yeah,
why.
that's good for you,
That's
by the
why
way.
we're such.
But doesn't that make you hungry?
Not me.
No. It's very. I find it.
I don't
very
have edibles.
satisfying.
Edibles make me just eat a bunch and fall asleep.
Well, you know what? Edibles, I never know how it's going to affect me.
Unless I make it myself, I don't
Yeah,
trust it
yeah.
because
Yeah, that
I've
makes
got. You can't really OD on weed, but the closest I've ever come has
I
been
just
on an
don't
edible.
Yeah.
Feel like eating a
You
bunch
know.
of food and going to sleep. It doesn't sound like what I want to do
No.
with my
Right.
life.
No.
Mark, you don't do anything, do you?
With the exercise, no. And diet, absolutely not. But no, I don't. No, I don't smoke
Partake.
pot. I drink.
The only thing he knows is, do you drink? Oh, that's right, you did drink with me once. I rarely see you drink.
Yo,
You're usually
I'll
driving.
have a drink tonight.
Okay.
Don't you usually have a Shirley Temple or a
Yes,
Roy Rogers or
because
something?
he drives.
Yes, because I drive.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
I drive,
okay.
and I don't want to drink and drive.
That's
Yeah.
right. Hey,
That's very
If
good.
somebody else
Kids,
is drinking, I will be
did
shit
you
faced.
hear him? He might look like a weirdo, but he's very, very smart.
You never want to drink and drive. Don't
No,
drink
you
and
don't
drive.
drink.
I drink and lift.
No,
Yeah.
but and you saw me on my birthday. You don't remember? I was shit faced. But
I don't
somebody,
remember.
somebody else was. I took
The
a bus.
size of you, do you have to drink a whole lot to?
No.
And that's probably because you don't drink a lot.
Plus, I
to
don't.
get that.
I drink rarely, so they gave
The
us.
energy drinks are the only thing you do that I think is bad.
Well,
Oh,
there's,
that'll-
no.
that'll
Well, you
stop
never.
your
Yeah,
heart or
no.
something.
There's a lot that I do that's bad.
But it's funny.
I want all three of you to make me meal plan.
I've been walking down the street, because I have a normal body, not, and then,
I would say
but then I
normal,
turn
pretty
around and they go,
extraordinary.
then it's like, oh, never mind, Like, I thought you were younger. You
Oh,
know,
come on,
but-
the younger men love you. Come on,
Yeah, but
they hit on you.
She
I
likes
know younger.
She
I like-
likes older dudes.
I'm not
I
into
like
young
young.
guys.
I like young.
I was gonna
guys.
say you've always dated younger. Yeah.
Always. Well,
Always.
because Sean, my old boyfriend, was 12 years younger.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Are you still dating younger men? Are you still robbing the cradle?
I prefer younger men.
We're
yes.
looking for a father-son, actually.
We are
Yes.
father son. That would be
Yeah.
perfect.
Yes,
not in the same room, but you know.
Yeah.
you know.
If any of you Renegade Radio listeners want to do it,
Yeah, you just walk in and be like, I heard you were looking for 2 moms.
That's like that's our fantasy.
So that'd be a weird
But we're
Brady Bunch
putting it out
family.
there, right, Jennifer?
Yeah, we'll take a father-son duo.
But you know, like
So
he
really, you
had
think
the
older
son when
guys
he
are-
was pretty young, you know. So like, if he's 70, well,
Good looking couple. Like,
I like-
yeah,
You want a
healthy
70-year-old
dude.
guy?
60, 40.
Yeah,
I don't care.
I like
Like
40.
a Joe Biden, like Todd, and
You know, it depends.
Have you ever seen the video for Colors
colors.
by Halsey? I'm young here. So.
But you know, I mean.
Yes, of course.
But yeah, basically it's like this Oxford family. He's a silver fox. And
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
son
I
is
love
like,
the
yeah.
silver fox.
Yeah,
I can
so
spot,
that's one for each of you.
I can,
Yeah.
I can sniff him out a mile away. Because to them, you know, I'm jailbait. So that is, you know, I mean, it makes me look way better, hotter.
I'm gonna get back to Jennifer, but speaking of that,
He's
you
like,
probably,
I'm too young for you. I
no,
get
no,
it.
no. I've hit on her plenty of times. She's too bad. You were in a movie with probably the ultimate silver fox, Sean Connery.
Oh,
Yes,
yes,
she
Connery.
was.
Yeah.
That was the most.
And Mark Harmon, which you're like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, it was like whatever. Mark goes, "Will you
Mark
come-"
Harmon now, but not then.
Yeah, but he said, will you come in my trailer? Because it was the only comedy scene in the movie, and he was like, can you come to my trailer and rehearse this like about 300 times? I
Sean
thought,
Connery
I
or
would
Mark
love to-
Harmon?
Mark. But I'm going to say something about Sean Connery because he got a bad rap about being a womanizer and all that stuff. He was the coolest dude, one of the coolest dudes I've ever met in my life. I was in the makeup trailer, and you know the door opened up, and it was just like something out of a movie. It was his silhouette, you know, like, in the doorway, and he looked down. You know, I could see him in the mirror, and he goes,
Was he doing the Superman pose then?
yeah, kinda.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he was like arms akimbo, and and he,
Akimbo,
yeah, and he looked at me, and he goes,
Akimbo.
"You must be Susan."
And
And I'm like, my
yes.
heart, you know, and I was like,
Yes, I am.
"You must be Sean." That's what I said. I was like an idiot. And the whole day he hung out with me. When
I'll bet he did.
No, I mean, like, I would throw my camera to the AD and go, you know, Sean's mother would like a picture of us, and like sit on his lap, and he was totally cool. And then when it came time for me to do my close up, he stayed on set behind camera.
Yeah, because he doesn't
So I
do much
could
of the
work
same.
with
That's
him.
amazing.
You know, and you never expect that of a star like
Don't
that.
usually do this, but I want you to meet these two people. All right. So Anthony Stewart Head, I just met him once, and I was a photojournalist at the time, like just breaking out, like this is 2010, and I was like, can I take your picture? And,
He's the guy from Buffy.
And his
I
he's
know
the
he
guy
is, yes.
from so many things.
I know, that's what most people know him.
No, I know him from Buffy.
The
Yeah,
Folgers
yeah.
coffee commercial.
Yeah,
And his manager's like, all right, but like, really, you shouldn't take any pictures. I'm like, I will take it totally casual. Like, I'll just stand over here. He's checking his phone right now. It'll be fine. And so he is. He's checking his phone, and then I pull up my camera. And this is before cell phone camera.
Yeah, right.
And I pull up my camera, and then he just looks right at me, gives me a smolder, and I take this
Oh,
picture.
thank
And I go,
you.
that wasn't nonchalant at all. He's all, not very nonchalant at all, in his British accent. And it's so sweet, and then runs off. And then the other one, I worked on American Satan with, I was only in it briefly. I ran location, and then they put me in a cameo because I was friends with the director. But when you're talking about how he just hung out with you all day, so Malcolm McDowell, the nicest motherfucking
Oh,
person.
really? Nice.
Like,
to
just
hear.
so
That's
much
good to
better.
hear, because I loved him.
He
in
plays the
Parkland.
devil in the movie,
Oh,
and
wow,
it's
okay.
fucking so sweet. So during the set, he's like giving these amazing lines, being such a sneaky asshole character, and then outside he's all sweet and like talking about his wife and his kids and this pizza, and I'm like, I like when they're really nice. I like when they're good humans.
Yeah.
Well, usually the bigger they are, the nicer they are.
Yeah, and
That's
Awesome.
true. I worked at TV Guide Channel for 6 years,
Yeah,
and all I
she
did
knows
was
that. She met everybody.
interview celebrities,
Right.
and
Yeah.
it's usually they're PR people that are the assholes.
Right.
They're nice, you know.
And by the way, the movie that you're in with Sean Connery and Mark Harmon is The Presidio.
Yeah.
And that's
Yes.
You
your
know-
clip is online.
Yeah, is it? Let me tell you, I worked with Mr. T. You remember Mr. T?
Yeah, who doesn't?
Of course, he
Who
lives
doesn't
in my
remember this
neighborhood.
thing?
I see him at the donut
Well,
shop all the
he-
time.
Really?
Yeah.
I did this show called Totally Hidden Video in the 90s. If you
Yeah.
did your homework, you knew that. And you
I did
just
that show
goofed-
too,
Yeah, you
actually.
goofed on people. And Maura Sodden got me on that show. Do you know her?
Who?
Maura Sodden. She was one of the regulars. Anyway, it was like a Mary prank show. When I got pregnant, they even did roles for me.
Oh.
But forgot what I was gonna say.
Mr. T.
Yeah, Mr. T. So we did this thing with Mr. T, and we go to an elementary school, and it was Mr. T's pudding. And there were 3, and he was having, the kids were testing, and I was his assistant.